Hi everyone, this is Deborah. I am sitting in my kitchen floor because it is so dreary outside. I can't get any light, so I apologize. So I want to tell you about my trip to Ocala. This is something that everyone needs to do when you're relying on someone else to do your reservations at the airport. I took it for granted that I had a ticket because my brother said I had a ticket, and I saw the ticket. I get to the airport and they go, "You're not on this flight." I go, "What do you mean?" They go, "You only have a ticket from Orlando to IAD, which is Dulles." I go, "That can't be." And I said, "Well, how much to get a ticket on the spot?" They go, $1,000. And I go, "Well, my brother had done 3 tickets, one for his wife, one for him, and one for me. Well, she couldn't go. So I thought, well, can I have her place on the plane?" They go, "No, you cannot do that." This is with United. So I'm going, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? So I alerted my brother, and he looked into it and he realized the mistake. And I should lower this camera some. Okay. He realized the mistake, so he got his wife to start working on it. Okay, now she's the type of woman that can do the incredible. Okay, so within like 10 minutes, everything had been rectified. She has this ability to talk to people. And let me tell you what, I've learned this too. Don't go by what one person says. Get on the phone and go and talk to another person. And that's exactly what she did. The man behind the counter was not going to budge. He's not going to help us. So my brother texts me and says, "Don't move." Well, when my brother tells me not to move, I don't move. Okay. There's a rhyme or a reason, something maybe could get done. I was going to just get into my car and drive all the way back to my home in Montrose. So within like 10 minutes, my brother's wife got us 2 tickets on Frontier. I couldn't believe it. I was so relieved, because I knew how important this trip was for my brother. So we get on the Frontier, and we are not moving from the tarmac for almost 2 hours. The pilot came on and said that they overfilled the hydraulics. Well, while we were waiting, I was bored stiff. So I called my ex-husband, who was an A&P mechanic. Actually, he was the top graduate at his college. I helped him through college. And he goes, "That's not possible." He says, "The pilot is just telling you that because there's another issue. I guess he didn't want to alert everyone in the plane." So I would have died for a piece of gum. Definitely. Sitting in one place for 2 hours is just not good. So we have a nice trip and everything. And then when we got to come back, we had to go to Orlando to go through the TSA to come back to Virginia. The TSA lines were probably 800 deep. Like 8 rows were totally filled, and then the lines were wrapped around the hallways. It was that bad. And get this, I spent a lot of time separating my sharps and my liquids into its own little bag. I was getting ready to take my shoes off. You know, the whole gambit, which is what I've learned in the last 10 years of flying. And we get up there and they go, "No, leave your phone, leave your keys, leave everything in your suitcase. Don't pull them out. Don't worry about your liquids." And I'm going, "You've got to be kidding me." They didn't even want us to separate the liquids. I was really surprised. But the TSA dogs had sniffed every person in line, definitely. So our trip back was fine. Now, I had driven to the airport by myself, and my brother had driven himself. So when I got to my car, I went to leave the airport, and the machine says, put in your receipt. Well, I never had a receipt. I never had a parking receipt. And I was like, because when I got to the airport, you just stuck your credit card in there and you didn't get a receipt. And I kept telling the person, you know, whoever was behind the camera or behind that machine, I go, I don't have a receipt. I kept saying that over and over again. So he comes out and he says, no, we know you don't have a receipt. Just press this button. But I don't know why the machine was asking me for a receipt. He says, no, you don't need the receipt. Just hit this button. So I did. And it was $66 for 2 days on daily parking. It's totally outrageous. So that was my trip. And then as soon as I got back, I had some Botox done yesterday because I was really behind. And I have to get it because of a car accident that I had. It's not all vanity, you know. So they just give me a little shot right here to raise this eyebrow because this whole side of my face went through a windshield. And then I had crow's feet coming up, so she gave me 2 shots there. And she said, because, you know, I'm getting old, that these wrinkles that come up here, she gave me 3 injections. Now, when she hit me right there, I jumped because that means they hit a blood vessel, and I am very bruised. I don't know if you could see that, but you know, I've got my makeup on. Yeah, it's very, very tender. Now, this is something that really concerns me, and you all it should concern you too. While I was looking at my eye, you know, putting on my makeup, I noticed this big bubble right on my eye, and it's like this lump, a bubble, I don't know what you would call it, in this eye. It's extremely bloodshot. Now, I don't know if it has anything to do with the Botox shot here, but one of my coworkers said she saw some things floating in my eye. Maybe I have cataracts, so I'm going to have to make an emergency appointment at the eye doctor. And I can tell when I blink this eye that there is some growth on the top of my eye, and I've never had trouble with my eyes. So I guess, I don't know, when do people have to have cataract surgery? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. I haven't been to the eye doctor in about 7 years. I guess it's time. So let's do a recap of some other things. Let's see, what can we talk about? Yeah, a lot of people don't think I have a job. Yes, I have a job. And of course, I can't tell you where it is. But yes, I do work limited hours. You know, how else am I going to eat? Yeah, I have a job. And I got my car washed yesterday. Let me tell you, it's a good day. When it was so sunny yesterday, it was just beautiful. And today it is freezing. There's no sun at all. And a cold freeze is supposed to come in and get down into single digits. And I guess I'm going to have to dress really warm for work tonight. So because I get seasonal affective disorder, I haven't been to a tanning bed. I used to own my own tanning bed when I was, when I owned my own company. I had all those little luxuries. But I am so pale that I really need to get a little bit of tanning, and I know it's very bad for your skin, extremely bad, but I definitely think I need that ultraviolet light, just maybe a couple sessions, because it really does help people who have this SAD. Right, so I'm getting ready for my next trip to the DR. I already have a relative who's in Punta Cana right now, so, but I don't go there. I go to Sosua. All right, so let me tell you about my diet. I started out the beginning of the year at 176. Now I've lost 4 pounds. I'm very proud. And I've been eating a lot of fruit. My weakness is still chocolate and cookies. You know, it is, let me tell you what, you can get addicted to chocolate and sugar, and that's what's happened to me. Now, when I'm in love, I don't have a problem with my weight. I get down to a size 8, but so guess I'll have to fall in love, huh? All right. So, what else? I guess that's it for the moment, and thanks for watching. And just keep in mind that whenever you do have tickets to somewhere, double check them. Make sure it's on the day and the time that you expect it. You know, this is for any venue, like a rock concert or anything. Always check your tickets. I remember I went to a fishing contest, and I told my husband, I said, we're here awfully early. Come to find out, the contest was yesterday. So I have bought this calendar that has the whole year, and I taped it on the back of my bedroom door. And every event, every social event, I am, you know, documenting and planning out the whole year, because when you have that calendar on your phone, you can only see like 1 month at a time. Even then, you have to click on every day to see if you do have an appointment, unless you've sent yourself an alert. So I like the whole year at a glance. So it keeps falling off the door. I taped it, maybe, I don't know how to make it stick because it's on a door that has semi-gloss paint. So of course my house is a wreck. Always is when you're trying to pack and whatever. So please keep in touch and keep watching. I'm almost, I believe, at, what is it, 19,000 subscribers? That's pretty good. And a shout out to Norman, James, Frank, all the guys that make me feel good, and all the ladies that are my regulars. I really appreciate it. And so keep watching. I'm going to have some really good subjects the next couple days. Thank you. Bye.